that was perfect for the music. I mean, are you a bit interested what I have for nominees? I can open the spreadsheet and can just tell you to certain categories, because the year is already quite long. Yeah, January is quite long ago already, and you might have forgotten some of the things that happened. So maybe that could be actually interesting. I can't show you the spreadsheet, I think, because it's a private one, or I make sure that you don't see the link, then it would be possible. So I believe that works. I can take away the link in the top, the URL, and then you cannot take it. At least I wouldn't know how. This is my TrackMania. These are all things that I still have to clip. so I go through my own VODs sometimes, and I try to figure out when did something interesting happen that needs to be clipped and where nobody clipped it. And then I name them all down, and I just need to find the time to then finally clip them as well. Yeah, here by the way the trophies. Very important, yeah. Also in a campaign, first place gets trophy 9, then second 8 trophies 8, third gets only 4 trophies 8. So look at this difference. The second place is closer to first than to third. Yeah. And third is only a little bit better than the others in the top 10. Then you see also like the differences in Cup of the Day or matchmaking, what do people get here, yeah. Have some. I also looked for lower divisions and reruns. V1 Division 2 I found it just interesting when there were only like 2 or 3 divisions. Well, and here I wanna take this as an emote, I think. They didn't do that yet. But I saw, where did I see it? I think it was somewhere at work. Safety first. I mean, it. Well. Also, if someone wants to help me out with all the clips, yeah, then hit me up. So, also, I have here some categories, yeah. For example, fail of the year, yeah. There we have, for example, you might remember a final between Granati and Scrappy in the Cup of the Day, which Scrappy won by 3000s. It was in the beginning of the year, a full speed map where Granati messed up the last speed slide. I have also the link to the clip of that. Where Granati went outside pole right before the finish. Then, very, very nice, Barbos and Ratchet make a double fail at the finish on some TMGL map in the match. Instead of an ace, they I'm not sure if they actually got 3rd and 4th. They might have then only drawed or something, but it was a very safe lead that they had. Then Binks on Reps, where he was about to go to the safe finish and then he jumped out of the pool to the right. That was also this year. Upsala, yeah, I can't use my mouse like this. Then we have Feed. That is not that crazy. The thing with this, let's make the music less loud. Also the thing with Feed is that he was right before finalist and he was in the lead and wanted to deny an already being finalist, and then he failed the finish and then he couldn't even finish, so he didn't even reach finalist himself. The other guy won, but in the fight for 2nd and 3rd place it was super bad for Feed because he then didn't even finish and didn't even get a finalist, so yeah, a bit unfortunate. Then we got Snow finish fail for Ace. Yeah, I remember. That is on Vortex. That was a challenger match where on Vortex, Glast and Snow, like Glast was in front, Snow was easy. Also they were both far in front of the opponents, and then Snow just drove against the finish on the right. Like it was really a dumb mistake. Then we got Ice Cup of the Day, top 3 round finish fails. That is something you basically just have to watch. That was an Ice Cup of the Day like 1.5 or 2 months ago or something, where the top 3 all fucked up the finish. And then I have Binks and Hülmachi Monday qualifier fails. The Double Cup of the Day DNF. Also there was, I know which map maybe, but Barbos DNF, yeah, and Granati. We all talk to Granati, he shall do it. I don't remember if he did. If he did, then yeah, I think he did, and he lost the Cup of the Day then, yeah. Yeah, that was then also this year, yeah. I'm not sure if it's a fail. I don't really know in which category that fits. Because Granati, I think, kinda knew that this can happen, that it's then lost. We just told him to do it. Like, I even played the Cup of the Morning on that map. Yeah, I know which map it is. I remember it. Event of the year. I mean, look at that. Marchi Monday. Huge prize pool. Kinda needs to be an event of the year. United Masters, as I said. Huge TMU prizes that you would never have there. So then some question mark behind a Frei and the Random Track Generator Cup. I mean, that is, yeah, it is a cool cup. It was also exciting in the final. The question is, you can only nominate four things usually. Maybe you can get 6, but at some point, yeah, question is that enough? Is Chase better? Yeah, I of course like Chase, so I also wrote it down here. RNC is the Royal Nations Cup, which is just made pretty well. Then we got, of course, Ascension and XP Evo. No? That would be then the thing where you could maybe say online event and offline event of the year, because XP Evo kinda needs to be there, even though it didn't happen yet. I guess it will need to be there, and Ascension definitely. And I always want to get my TrackMania United stuff in, you know, because I think it really, like, it's so special. the amount of prize money is so special that, yeah, it needs to be. So Racers Summit LAN seems to be a nice LAN, or was a nice LAN, I guess. And then the TrackMania Olympics, that was in TrackMania Nations Forever. I think that's pretty cool what they actually do there. So I also wrote it down. I was not sure if I should do the spam trial event also, but is that special enough? Yeah, I didn't write it down yet. Then a creative project of the year, RMT, random map together. Yeah, is there a new thing basically from this year which was used? Then Lars, haha, your puzzle competitions made it in. Then the moving blöcke that Tom used, which makes mapping very creative, and Tarpor Stay Alive mode. Tarpor streamed it, that's why his name is there. I never did this mode yet, so I don't know. It was just something new, so I wrote it down. Yeah, Last Man Standing, or however that is called. I never did it. Okay, it's from last year, but it's not long ago that I saw where it was hyped. Naja. Then here, Map of the Year. Okay, that is of course difficult always. I started here with 2 Track of the Days. Also you might remember the 3-way Track of the... How is this so long ago? This is actually half a year ago. the track of the day with 3 ways where you had plastic, dirt, and grass, and where then actually also different ways won the cup of the day and the reruns. That is half a year ago? Can't believe it. Then yeah, this was some moon scenery. But yeah, that's like we have so many scenery track of the days that's difficult, so I just put in void. The UV map, I mean, got hyped quite a lot. Then Tom Cascades and Wampu 6 with a question mark, because I'm not sure if that's now a especially good map. It is like map of the year in terms of, yeah, it played a big role in streaming content, kind of. But I'm not so good in map of the year in such a category as. It was just the things that I realized that could be in there. So video of the year. As a movie, I don't have anything. Video of the year. The Kimura video where he explains some tasks. I'm not sure which one that is now exactly. Maybe where he explains the island task. Also, I have that with the island task also later. In the TAS from Island tracks, there was a Star Trek found, and Kimura explained it. Then the iceberg from, also that's not so good maybe for this category. Then iceberg, the iceberg videos from Lufok, the last ones that come out. That actually didn't happen. I can kind of delete that. Then the Breaking Bad video, that was quite funny. 3 years of TrackMania. TAS Team NF campaign. Have then always links to that. And Kaki highlight video from the last Kaki. That is what I came up with so far. Definitely closest world record battle on that map. I don't know if you saw on God Valley. Wasn't there the first place super far in front? On Wampus. Achso. Also I know that Mata drove so long until he beat you, and I think he beat you close by a second or something. I think that's how much I know. 0,21, yeah, okay. Yeah, and then he just stopped. Yeah, well. Moments of the year. We have like moment, we have story, we have also round of the years. There are quite a lot then. Moment of the year. ITB versus Solevi. Yeah. Following thing happened. Carl Jr. and Mime finished with the same time. And then the plugin from Team GL gives the first place to the player that was first in the last CP. The funny thing is that they were also tied in the last CP, and that last CP is quite far away. It was on back and forth. So that is quite something already, yeah? So they tie in the finish on the 1000, but they also tied on the 1000 in the last checkpoint, so they actually had to go 2 checkpoints back. And there they were also super close together. And that second to last checkpoint is before the identity, where you turn around your car. So you have already different lines through the checkpoint, yeah? And it's like before the whole identity, so you have so much time until the finish, and that actually decided, and so yeah, and then almost decided also the sub match later on. Then we have on the 25th of April, I was in Division 2, and once Division 2 finished, I went to Division 1, and that was also in the final. So I had one clip in the end, which is here then, of both finals. And both finals were extremely close. Also, the one final decided by 100, the other final by 4,000 in Div 1 and Div 2. And the same happened then again, just a little bit later. So that are 2 moments that I wrote. Then, very important, in the Nations Cup, the seasonal Nations Cup, Jan TM, when I played with Germany, he was also in the team for Germany. He managed in the match against Spain to tie in 3 rounds in a row an opponent. And in the third of these 3 rounds, he actually even tied 2 opponents. So in 3 consecutive rounds, he did tie people. And then we also won 11-10 by the alphabet all the time because of him. that was also something. And then Moment Virtual loses the Cup of the Day to Yannex because he has a lag at the finish line. So, dann Performance of the Year. We got like a map performance on parkour. Team GL Season 1 Playday 6 Elcon on parkour versus Solary. And also on the same playday, Granadi on Flip of Faith versus G1. That were pretty good performances by these players. Then we have on Gamers Assembly Canyon Final, the performance by Eric, who was completely dominating that. In the Gamers Assembly Mixed Final, Wosai, maybe. Then we have Hazard in the Tom Pathfinding season. Kinda needs to be in, to be honest, like he's so dominant in that. Then we got France in the Royal Nations Cup final. We got Shadow Quencer's Incredible Spring campaign. Kinda also needs to be in. The thing is, Performance of the Year is a category that didn't even exist. And I have so much here. Yeah, that you kinda want to mention somehow. Then we have Granadi's quarterfinal on Ascension number 1. Don't completely remember that. Rask managed to get a quadruple. That means he won the Cup of the Day, both reruns, and he got a world record on the 14th to 15th of July. Then we got Thomas Shaw on... Yeah, on the... have to type that in. Thomas Shaw on the Evo Dirt tournament. He was completely dominating there, and that was good opponents. Then we got Epos, who dominated in Racer Summit. That kinda also is so good that it kinda needs to be in. And yeah, you really wanted these performances here if they should make it then, yeah. And Hawk in the United Solo Cup just was last weekend. So then we got achievements. There were especially last year, that would have been a very nice thing to have. Achievement, Ryulu losing all his world records. I mean, that is a thing of this year. That was a... Also, I think I also have it in story. But achievement basically by all the people that made him then lose the world records. New deep dip world record by Scrappy. Question mark. Ja, also we had then Jave with deep dip world record. Who holds the current one? Now Mata hunts it, ja? Also Jave is the current one. Also let's say deep dip world record in general. Whoever will have it in the end. Then the TAS TMNF to get it in under 1 hour. There is a video. Yeah, this is what I meant in video of the year. There was a video about you go through the TMNF campaign with TAS on every track, and they managed to finish the whole campaign in under 1 hour. Scrappy, ARM-C and ARM-S world record. I mean, those things are sometimes changing. Yeah, if it's wrong by now, then tell me. But this is of course an achievement that he got, holding both of the world records. Mata 6 Wampus world records. Lars will not agree for this to be a nominee, I guess. TM2 A01 world record by Lufok. Yeah, Ryulu's dead. No, that one. And then also TMNF A01 world record by Eddie. That are also achievements, because AO1, of course, yeah. that is something that you won't see every year on these maps. Maybe that's the last time that they have improvements or also achievements. World records. Yeah, this is of course difficult. Also, I don't go through all of these now. You could think sometimes TMGL stuff when someone makes a record. Also interesting is Stufts on Vortex because that's special. But here, of course, also Eddie's AO1 or Deep the World Record or Lufuk's AO1, they kinda exactly also have to be in here, yeah. So that is kinda similar. But they are here, they are the 2nd of January Insanity Track of the Day. I just looked, he had a big lead. So, yeah, but that's it. Like, it's nothing that you would remember in that case. Here, Spam or Techie when they try to hunt down Ryulu's records. I think this is really crazy. Rotako on Fall 2020-09. That is really a good world record. Looks really maxed almost. Yeah. This is difficult. Also last year we had some where I would have said, oh yeah, they need to be in. For example, Elcon on that Ville map in this event, that he got a sub 20 minutes. That was something. Or Mother on Deep Fear, or how the map is called. That were world records of the year, and we didn't have the category, sadly. That would have worked so nicely last year, and then I thought we need this category, but now I don't really have like the perfect stuff for it. Surprise of the year. Real Roy Boy winning Cup of the Day on the 9th of March. Well, maybe not that much now of a surprise. Ascent wins against Exalty. And they are then out of the Challenger League. So that was for me personally a big surprise, but of course shouldn't be a nominee. I mean, I didn't get a world record or something. I just got top 100. It came just out of nowhere. For myself, I wanted to type it down. Then UTT, which is the United Duo tournament. I played with Maxi together. We went into the grand final, and like only 2 players were allowed to drive, but teams could have up to 4 or 5 players, and we came into the grand final. It was kind of a surprise as well. But also doesn't really make it against some of the other nominees that I have. For example, the Tjalec wins Ascension, part 1. Who would have guessed that? Yeah, so that kind of is in there. Okay, there's the third Marius thing, winning a bobsleigh Cup of the Day. Yeah, and then Stufts with his world record on Vortex in the live match. That was also kind of surprising. But yeah, this is a category that can be interesting, but with the current things that we have, it doesn't really need to. However, Tjalec winning Ascension, that's however I would like if it was mentioned in the TrackMania Awards, because that is a surprise, yeah. Story. So story of the year. Here I have interesting stuff. So first of all, also some of them already happened also in some other categories, so you know them already. Ryulu losing all the world records in Team 2020. Marchi Monday final gets this huge prize pool, which was kinda the biggest prize pool almost. No, it wasn't the biggest prize pool, because in 2006 there was bigger prize pools, but for such a like just streamer cup, yeah, that is of course crazy. What we got there, the first episode. Then the new TAS trick for Island starts, and also there is something for Snow. That is kinda a story. It revolutionizes not only the TASes that have to be redone for every track, it also revolutionized the hunting, the world record hunting, because this starting trick is actually used, even though it's so precise what you have to do, it is used by players in order to get world records. Also quite interesting. So because of that, because it's even used for world records, I would say it's a big thing. ITB versus Solary. Carl Jr. and Mime same time finish in last checkpoint. Yeah, again, it's kind of also story. So here we have something different. Gyroscorp was not a single time picked in the TMGL Challenger. I mean, that is a fact that is interesting. Then also interesting, Nadio best up the cup of the day on the 1000th track of the day. Exactly that cup of the day didn't work. Then the bad campaign, spring 2023 is kind of a story of the year. Then Exalti goes down into like out of Challenger but gets in again. Console release, like just the general stuff. The console release is of course a big thing this year. Kinda needs to be a nominee. Yeah, it looks very not very exciting if you just read it like this, but I mean it's a big thing. And with that also the extra cup of the days that existed for only console players and stuff like that. Scrappy reaching 100 cup of the day wins. That is actually also an achievement. I should put that in there. Yeah, that fits actually perfect in achievement. Yeah, okay. So, Ice physics change is also a story. Gwen comes back in a cup of the day and immediately wins it, and then he leaves again. 1st of April, track of the day. Also this is one of the statistics that someone who likes statistics the same as me, who told me that. Also, Happy Walk, yeah, you don't really see him that often. But if you look at the leaderboard, which players have the most author times on track of the days, there he is pretty far up. So he hunts all the track of the days. Yeah, he had not only hunted the author times, he also tried to get top 100 all the time with that. And he had a streak of 532, I believe, 532 track of the days in a row that he managed to reach top 100. Yeah, which is crazy. Like this is over 1.5 years that he is consistently on every single track top 100. And then it ended on the track of the day from the 1st of April. So, Eddie gets the world record on TMNF 01 story, because it's kind of funny that he gets it. And Dexter, that is what I called, what I told Granati today. Scrappy would have had 4 cup of the day wins in a row if Dexter didn't deny him. I actually wrote that down today before it was even clear that Scrappy would win today. It wasn't even clear that Scrappy will win today, but I already wrote it down, so I kinda knew it. Yeah, so I don't know how you would decide what is the nominee here. It's too much crazy stuff. I would always, of course, take the things that are not in other categories. Tasses. Oh, yesterday. I missed it by 1 day. Of course, I could write it in. Like, you know, he won it yesterday, and then I voted in today. Okay, that makes also more sense. No, today was an ice map. Yeah, no, today he didn't win. Okay, I was already wondering, something is wrong there. Yeah, but the fact that Dexter, that his teammate denies him the 4 winning streak is interesting. So, then several tasks, but I don't go through all the videos now. But there are certain tasks that look pretty wicked. Or such typical AO1 tasks. Then match. Also this is like Task of the Year, or maybe even Task Maker of the Year. That is like also a category that we kind of need, I would say. Yeah. So Round of the Year. Team GL. Team GL Playday 3, Big versus Alliance. And BDS versus G1. Yeah, would need to check what that is then. Team GL, the whole Playday 6 Season 1. Am I a match or round? I'm a match, also. Yeah. Also in Playday 6 and Season 1 there were only good matches. Most of them ended up 4-3. Also that I remember that was crazy. Multi-Style Cup Final, question mark, I don't remember it. A Fry Grand Final, too much here, I don't remember it now so well. The Cupra Final, Big versus G1. Okay. RTG Final, because we had so many finalists there in the final. They all got denied for super long. KC versus G1 Stage 2. Big versus Solary on pool 17 to 14. That is something that I definitely remember, where I think like that has to be in the 17 to 14 for Big versus Solary. And these things here from Team GL is always the question, would you count such a sub match already enough? Yeah, one map match basically, to put it into match of the year, or should the whole match between the two teams, between over all the maps, be good? Yeah. Einer, both is a match. The one is the sub match, the other one is the real match. Or the sub match you would call the real match, the other one is in the series. Yeah. So, and then we have certain rounds of the years where I have the links for everything. But yeah, that is something that I don't go through now. Some of them is just from these channels here. In the Danish Cup, there was a close round that was sick. Then also in the Baltics here, ITB, Sinners, funny, other stuff that is funny. I mean, okay, we go through it. We go through it, guys. Because I also don't remember everything. We're gonna pause this. There we go. This is number 1.
He is driving point 1. I need a good run now.
We go a bit further.
I'm driving really good, but he's ahead. Oh, I tried to risk. GG's.
Oh, he went for it.
Oh, he really went for it. Oh wait, Granari also failed.
What?
Ah!
On a vest. Wait, what? Wait! What?
Wait! Wait! What? What happened?
He got an auto slide in the uphill. And he tried to save it. He lost by 3 thousandths.
Wait, 3,000! Huh? Wait. What happened? Wait, what happened?
No way.
No way! You didn't.
No!
I hate playing against Scrappy.
No!
Now that is an end line if I've ever seen one. And then and of course it is 3,000s.
Also that is the first one. Oh god, what is one clip? One link here. Might be the same, just from Granadi's perspective or something. Ja.
No way! No way! Fuck off!
You didn't.
No!
But we saw it now, so... Then this here, supposed to be funny. You can already tell me what is your favorite round of the years from the ones that I show now.
Gonna win the round, but BS Plus once again. There are 1, 2, and 3. And Snow makes a huge mistake. Glass needs to deny now. He needs Beat also with a mistake, so it's a 1v1 between Glass and Enner. Enner flies out of the water. What is happening? Glass only needs. Oh my god, he also slides out. What is happening, Quantum? Oh my god, and Beat is in first. Can he take it? Enner and Beat are 1 and 2, and ladies and gentlemen, it's game.
In a standing of 10-10, by the way. So this thing that I said multiple times with Carl Jr. and Mime having the same time. It's not really a clip, sadly, but I have to...
Buy Into the Breach, and it's an interesting pick indeed, because Carl and Pack have looked really good on this map. They
First, we see a few replays here, ITB with the ace here in the first round. Very important, they
these teams compete more.
Yeah, so you see that Mime is 500s ahead of Carl Jr.
What a game we have on our hands.
And that decided that checkpoint. And now they come into this checkpoint here doing the identity.
Now on to Slippy Slides.
And they have the exact same.
This is picked by
Carl
Into
Jr.
the Breach,
is clearly in front now.
It's an interesting pick
Goes wider.
indeed, because Carl and Pack have
Goes tight into the finish, and then they are exactly tight again.
really good on this map. They have...
First, we see a few replays here, ITB with...
So that is what I mentioned all the time. So, then, my personal favorite one. Yeah? Also, Chase Snipe. Also, I think that is one of the top clips, and I'm a little bit mad that our OK Boys clip maker is never uploading anything at the moment to our channel, especially not this clip. Because that is, if I would add comeback of the year into the categories, also we already had comeback of the year, I think, at some point. Then this would belong into chase mode. Wow. Snipe into it.
Yep.
Last lap. From here on, we all just drive towards the finish. No relays anymore.
Go!
You almost.
Yeah!
Yes! Let's go! Nice.
Oh.
Nice one, nice one.
Oh, they had 69
I
subs.
waited
Look at
for
that
this scenario. You wanna win one round like that?
So, also for me personally, very good. So now, what I said earlier, the Div 1 plus Div 2 Cup of the Day finals, yeah? That were so interesting because they were both sick. Very different lines. And it is Garikul winning by 14,000. And there's the final of Div 1. Oh no, there's down. Why is there down? Dexter? Interview.
Status?
don't have time for this.
Who's playing versus down?
Brinken.
Okay. Nice. Did you also add him?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
They don't
I
have
wanted
more
to stream it.
penalty and that works. This is also as tight as Div 2.
I
Brinken.
quickly stop queue, get myself something to drink, and
Oh my
You
god.
don't need to send a request, Sasho. You just have to add them in there. Like, no squad modes. You don't need to request.
Down lost by 4,000.
Untick this one here and then put us in.
Down lost
I
by.
want
And Torpo is just talking over it all the time. That was so annoying in that moment. So that was the one. And then comes the second one.
Yeah.
I know,
it's the
that
only
is
one
something
going
else.
inside. And then drift cancel, but it is slower. Okay, he lost the gear. He's deep in the middle.
It's just the Div 2 final.
Oh, yeah, you're a little bit ahead of him though. 0.1. Okay, 0.25.
Was close. Oh, did he actually lose it in? Nah, he will gain. Oh my god!
Very close, very close.
Oh my god!
No way.
1,000!
Oh, Dexter first? No, he's trolling.
But how did Kubites not overtake? I was
What a
sure
bad
that
round
he
though.
would
The times
get
have
it.
gotten so much slower.
Like, I had a shit round.
I was sure. But that was so crazy round as well. How equal they have been then. And when you have such a long straight towards the finish, and they were already equal, and drive equally towards it, and you have really time to think, oh my god, that could be same time, or who is ahead. Yeah, the fact that this map gives you so much time to think about that is quite interesting. And I got another, like, these probably wouldn't make it in the end. Also, that are good rounds, but you always search for something special as nominees. That is, of course, very good round, but...
Does Scrappy really feel pressure? He's playing against the world champion. Oh, high jump, he's behind. Oh, that's over. That's over, Scrappy. You need to push. Oh, the lines are so different. Then with the overspeed. Oh, that's close.
That was really close.
Oh, and who's going tighter? Oh, holy shit! Oh, GG.
that's a sick final.
They feel the pressure now.
Yeah, no.
Also a great final round. So... Then this year, from the Royal Nations Cup.
What's up?
This round now. This round, of course, goes from white towards black.
Also, Che with a very risky start. The Frenchies are leading by quite a lot already after the white section. In 3 seconds. Damn. A good line there as well. Yeah, they did. Damn fading the risk away, and Germany goes into a lead again. I think everyone failed it there. And it seems like Germany has the upper hand again, and the black section is not too hard here. Of course, you can push a lot. That's what I really like about that map. But still, Germany looks very, very strong on this one as well. So it's 0.5 now for them. Going for the risky way here. You will not have that much speed on the uphill, and Wall comes close to some, but a great grand final so far already. But Wall also with a good line. It's hand in hand here between Germany and
What do you think? Who wins it this round?
With a slight advantage. And again leading, but look at that. Wall was coming dangerously closer towards the Germans. It's the polar bears. Now important to hit that one and don't hit the free wheel after that. Wall with a very good bug slide, but all the Germans have gotten it really well. Maverick in the lead, Searchtail behind, Wall with a risky line, Wall with more speed, and he comes closer. 400th of a second.
They still have a whole
It's
minute to go.
incredibly close here. 1 minute 10 left, plus the overtime between them. Wall with a very good line in that section. And, well, I think Dam also here has it really well. Goes into the lead. Sombot is in there, who's also really good at flag rush with a very good line as well. So now Sombot can push it, and Sombot is getting overtaken. 700 still. And we're going to the next rotation. Those easy maps can always be very, very nice to watch. Searchtail, Sombot, and Maverick in first, second, and third. Wall is behind. Good line from Wall. Has a lot of speed that uphill, but Sombot is still leading. Searchtail with a good line as well. Sombot will have it though, and Wall has to risk the ending a lot again, but it's not enough, and he is behind by 0.25. I think we still have 2 more rotations if everything works out correctly, because they have a bonus time of 10 acquired already. Let's take a look onto Dam. Who's now the closest French player towards the Germans. Dam with a good line. Maverick is on the lead though. Maverick crashes, and it's Dam overtaking. 0.5 of a second for France. And this is disaster that has happened. All the German player with a mistake there. And it is the French team leading. However, is there any German team who can say anything against it? Maybe somewhat here, but it's not enough. And the 9th cycle will not happen. It is France winning map number 2. Wow, that was a close one. The last part of the black section has decided, and Yannick, I have to say, this is a really nice map to watch and to cast. Really good map. Insane rounds.
Yeah. Unlucky. But the French team was just super, super strong. The final round of Efrei. So we can remember what that actually was, which of the many cups.
Regroup together.
Ah, yeah.
Now. It's going to be insanely close. Was he the first to crack, touching just before the freewheel? Bren moving up into the lead. O'Reilly into second position. We also see Binks up into P3. This is too close to call. Glass is too far behind. O'Reilly's made a little bit of a mistake. Binks is way too far up. Bren is going to be inheriting the lead. Bren is going to be making it. It's going to be so close. And it's unfortunately done for Binks. Can Glass try to pull something together? It's a great set. No. Trying to win to win. O'Reilly. It's time for BDS! They are winners!
Also this is a guaranteed clip in the category, yeah. Now I remember what Efrei was. And now I remember why Efrei was there for event of the year. Yeah. Or match of the year, yeah. Yeah, now I remember. It belongs into certain categories. The fact like how many finalists there have been is crazy. Barbers, Ratchet, Snipe, Ace.
So, aktuell wäre die Map weg. Nein, Ratchet ist tot!
Riesenfehler! Jetzt muss Barbus richtig pushen, den ersten machen.
Und Barbos pusht. Großteil hat er gleich. Großteil geklippt?
Wo ist Sile weg?
Ratchet hat ihn!
Ratchet zieht sich!
Das wäre gerade im Draw, das wäre noch gut, Jetzt kann dir vielleicht down gehen.
Ja, der Kaki-Gott in der Kaki-Identität.
Barbos hat mehr Speed, glaube ich sogar.
Ja!
Wo ist Ratchet? Push! Scandi Hexenpack 5 Jahre!
Ja!
Ich hol ihn vielleicht noch. Nice.
Let's go! Junge, was ein Klatsch!
Schön.
Ja. Emotions in that one.
Well, together with Binks, so far this is all up to Bren to hold strong, as Otak is now 1 second behind. It is literally in the hands of Bren right now.
At this moment, yeah, Otak has crashed, also it's 8-8. So any non-draw finishes the map. Both teams are on match point. Yeah, just to explain the situation. Both teams have the match point. Any round that is not draw decides the whole match. Otak has crashed. Bren is alone against Gwen and Binks, which means to secure at least the draw, Bren has to win. He was in the lead. But he drifts away.
Bren with the mistake early on. Gwen with the mistake. What is happening? No way! No way! No way! No way! No. No. Holy shit! Carmine Corp wins it! What? What? Oh my diddly do. Guys, ITB is gonna win here. Focus up, guys. Focus up now.
What's happening? YouTube. Huh?
Guys, ITB is gonna win here. Focus up, guys. Focus up now. Wait, Sinners with the comeback. What the fuck just happened? What the...
As if we have comedy of the year as well, yeah.
Does mean that one other player has to go through, so it will be either a Latvian or a Lithuanian coming through to the next round. So all the play for Karolin with an amazing start. Does get the good exit speed as well alongside Lucky Error, so good beginnings to Plush Pink at least. Everybody gets it this time. But what about the drift here? You can lose a lot of time here, but so far looking clean, looking crisp. No major mistakes so far. Who's willing to go more for the outside line? Either way, it's a close round, so a big contrast to the previous one. Everybody's in the mix. Cervantes goes for a bit more speed. Slowly is catching up, but everybody's going neck and neck at the moment. Who's willing to push this part? Ooh, bit more speed here. Siben goes a bit wider. He has to release and on the line. What a round! Only 54 thousandths of a second. 4 players are separated. Who's willing to push
Also the interesting thing is that at this point he is literally last. Yeah, and there's only one single turn to go.
Ooh, bit more speed here. Siben goes a bit wider. He has to release and on the line.
These are these kind of rounds that not many people see. You have to watch the YouTube channel there. So when Division 2, also it's a clip from myself, when Division 2 and Division 1 final look exactly the same. Here it's about which driver has which line and snipes which player. Look at that. This is Division 2. Dumle is also a name that I see now more and more often actually. Doing well in the knockouts. Oh, that's very close in Div 2. It's to the line! And it is Dumle with a .30. And now let's go back here. Super Kaluf and Max Truck. Also here it looks close.
It's a good fight right now.
Oh, and good comeback.
Oh, Max Truck doesn't have the right line. Oh, he had to adjust it, but
is
it enough? Is it?
It's
oh my god. 4,000.
It reminds me of the other time where I spectated Div 2 and Div 1 and both were close. And also there Div 1 was decided by 4,000s. And now we have again 2. Also it was 300s in Div 2, but it didn't look like 300s. It was very... Also the thing that...
Good comeback. Oh, Maxwell doesn't have the right line. Or he
it
has
is here
to
the
just
same
miss,
as
but-
in Division... Shit.
No, good comeback. Oh, Maxwell doesn't have the right line.
It is the same as in Division 2, that the guy that goes further outside now, to the left, falls behind but overtakes at the finish jump. That happened in Div 2, that the outside guy here overtakes in the finish jump and happens then here as well.
Is it?
Oh my god. 4,000. It reminds me of the... So, super funny round in TMCL.
Up right there, but now beat Mime's record. Let's do it again. Let's fix 2 boxes in one night. I mean, Feed currently sitting in P1, but Wasile will take that inside line scan. Deer slides, so does Feed. Feed actually slid right on off, so alternate attacks now in the lead of this one. Wasile and Ender, they're going to be fighting it off at least until Ender bonks off a tree. So all Wasile has to do is finish, and alternate attacks, they could be looking at an ace.
Yeah, I mean, it's a classic. You get a record on the board and you're 4th place. Name a more... Oh, Vosal missed the checkpoint. He has to reverse and get it again. Oh my, what is happening? Wait, Vosal is stuck on the penalty, guys. Ain't no way, man. Man is so stuck.
Oh no, Ender passes him.
Can Vosal, wait, can Veed overtake him? He's so close. Oh no, he hits the tree. Oh no, it's another tree.
Right
oh no, he doesn't get
it. How dumb is this round? I mean, yeah, for comedy, you know, we need a comedy nomination. Also, I like in this for the nominees to have very different stuff, yeah, very sick close rounds, very deciding thrilling rounds, but also there has to be also one comedy clip. Like, this is just so crazy. What happens there? It is so unreal. Yeah, and this is, I saw it just a few days ago when I clicked through some of the channels again. A close round here in the Danish. Very close round, actually.
Okay, so we have both Whoop and Nikolaj in the red. Both Whoop and Nikolaj in the red. Oh, Nikolaj getting a lot of speed out of that one. What a beautiful setup there for the outside line. That's going to put him up on first. But Whoop is up there with them. They're both driving this map super fast. They know they have nothing else but full sending that they can do here. They cannot afford to not send it. All the players are neck and neck. Who's gonna get the final? Oh no, it's gonna be Whoop getting eliminated, but what an amazing ending. All 4 players within 0.03 of a second, 300 separating 3 different players.
I just realized how dumb I actually am to open YouTube. And how lucky I am that I actually was blind to see anything Formula 1 related. I actually didn't see anything Formula 1 related. I didn't realize it. I'm sure that there was. Because how would YouTube not give me the VOD of the highlight video of the Formula 1 race somewhere recommended? It was definitely there, and I'm lucky I didn't see it. I didn't even think about it. I just realized that it now gave me a lot of football stuff because it's now right after midnight, and then we get the football highlight videos. And yeah, okay. I'm really lucky. I didn't see it. No spoilers in it? Okay. Well, But even if there were, I actually didn't realize. Alright. Yeah, then, the driver interviews are also spoiler, because just the fact who gets interviewed. No. Alright. Yeah, but that's everything that I have here so far. I hope that they will take some of these. Of course, the problem is that you can make way too many of these categories. I mean, I don't have all categories here listed. There is here Skin of the Year, Skinner of the Year, Mapper of the Year, then all the stuff with Player of the Year, Amateur, Pro Player, and so on. There is a lot of stuff still, but what we definitely always have as well. And yeah, it was already quite many nominations, and each category that you add is of course more work. Makes the whole process longer, makes it maybe also too much for the viewers, but how much they actually have to vote for, you know? That's like the problem. But on the other hand, if you keep it with the nominees that we had last time, I would think many things that you would need to mention, because they just count towards this year, 2023, they fall under. And we have already so much stuff in here, yeah? And it's just August. You Kurzarm with a Prime sub, thank you. Thank you a lot. Yeah, we have so much stuff already listed in this, but there are still 4 months to go. And with September, especially a super, super exciting month, that definitely can bring up new stories or clips or rounds or new interesting stuff, definitely, in these big competitions. Also, just the fact that Ascension, whoever will win it in October, yeah, is kind of the player that won the most amount of money in TrackMania. Just the fact that this will happen, yeah, needs to be somewhere as well, like maybe in story or something. I don't know, but there is so much, and you kind of feel like there are things you have to bring in as well, because they are just they would be missing. And last year in TM Awards there was stuff missing. Also, for example, that was also my bad. We forgot completely the tournament on Willis map. And that interesting, like how it was done, and then Elcon's run on it. That was like one thing we completely missed. And then we had stuff like the round of in the German LAN where Granati failed the finish, or the fact that Mata got a world record. These things ended up in categories where they just don't belong. Yeah, also Mata's world record on Deep Fear, if that was the map name, yeah, was in the category Video of the Year. Yay. Yeah, that doesn't fit. It's just dumb, yeah. But it had to be somewhere mentioned, but it's then in Video of the Year. That is just, I don't know, yeah. It is achievement, it is world record, it is something, but it's not Video of the Year. But if it wasn't in Video of the Year, it would have been nowhere, because it didn't fit anywhere else. So that's like the issue. Like, you would miss things if you don't add these categories. Hmm. Yeah, but Deep Dip was last year. And there it was, of course, a map of the year, for example, maybe also in creative. I don't know, it was maybe in multiple. But now, this year, there were suddenly new world records on it that were interesting. Especially as it's quite fast, what Jay, for example, got. The Discord name of this Jan guy, I'm not sure, no. And yeah, that's also true. There's gonna be another tower map later this year. I would guess November. And that will also bring many more clips and possible stuff. And also is gonna be map of the year. And yeah, that will also fill multiple categories where you then wonder, what of the things that I put in would you throw out? Yeah, because there are some things where I would definitely say they have to be in. There is no way around it. Yeah, and then you have World Cup, as Lars said. Yeah, it's also still coming. So there is so much stuff. That 4 nominees per category is just not enough. Yeah, it is just not enough. Like, I want to have more categories and more nominees as well. Limiting it to 4 is like impossible. Like, how would you decide? You let completely important stuff out. Also, for example, the fact that Ryulu lost all his world records, that was a huge thing in the beginning of the year. That was stream content for many streamers, and it also took, of course, a while. No? It kinda has to be in. It's not like the absolute top thing, but it is still something where I say it should be mentioned because it was happening this year, and it will only happen once that he loses all his world records. Unless he comes back.